What's going on, everybody? Crypto Headquarters here, and today I want to bring you guys a video about the cryptocurrency known as Request Network. What is Request Network? What are they trying to do with cryptocurrency and blockchain? And when will Request Network see the $1 mark that they flirted with around the January 6th date at the beginning of the new year? Additionally, I'm going to cover some new news and some new updates around Request Network, and I'm very bullish on this cryptocurrency for 2018. With that said, I'm going to start out with a disclaimer that says none of the information in this video is investment or financial advice. This is just simply my personal opinion. Please do your own research before investing. Invest at your own risk. Don't invest more than you can afford to lose, and consult a financial advisor if necessary. To be fully transparent with you guys, as of making this video, I am invested into Request Network and do hold an amount of Request at the time of making this video. So with that said, let's jump right into it. First and foremost, I'm going to keep this very, very brief, but I want to talk about the numbers behind Request to set a basis for the rest of the video. So today, Request is up 6.3% in the last 24 hours, staying at that 28-cent mark with a rank of 94th overall in coin market cap. In terms of overall market cap, Request Network holds an overall market cap of around $179 million, almost hitting that $180 million range, with a circulating supply of 641 million, racking a total supply of just under 1 billion requests. So with that said, Request has seen a pretty big sell-off, a pretty big fall, just like most altcoins and cryptocurrencies, from that $1.15 all-time high at the beginning of January 6th to be specific, and we've gone all the way down to the 28-cent mark, hitting a pretty huge low at that 16-cent mark on February 6th, so just 2 days ago before making this video. But it has bounced up just like a lot of altcoins in the wake of some positive and bullish news coming out of the United States Senate regarding regulation in cryptocurrencies. Check out that video on my channel if you're interested. But as you guys can see, Request Network has seen a big sell-off and is not an exception to the huge devaluation of cryptocurrency and their overall market caps that we've seen from the month of January into February, and as it kind of continues, as some cryptocurrencies are trying to find that consolidation point. So right now, some people are speculating that maybe this 27 to 30 cent mark is a consolidation period for Request Network, but we're going to have to see in the coming future. So with that said, that's the numbers behind Request Network, and let's get right into what Request Network is. What is Request Network? So for those of you guys that don't know what Request Network is, I'm going to hopefully outline in the best way possible to have you guys have an understanding about what Request Network is trying to do within cryptocurrency and blockchain. So the article that's going to help me outline to you guys what Request Network is today is an article written over on coincentral.com by Stephen Buchko, and in my opinion, this is one of the best articles I've seen be written on Request Network through my research and just trying to learn more about it over the past few months, and this is one of the best out there. So this is going to be linked in the description, and huge credit to Stephen Buchko, who took the liberty of putting this article together. But what is Request Network? So Request Network, Request for short, you guys are going to hear me call it throughout the video Request a lot, is an Ethereum-based decentralized payment system in which anyone can request a payment and receive money in a secure way. It removes the need for trusted third parties to provide a cheaper and more secure payment solution that works with all global currencies. So Request Network is basically going to be a peer-to-peer cryptocurrencies with the option to expand in the future between business transactions, online stuff. They have a lot of stuff in the works, but they say at the bottom here, and I say they as in Steven says, that in a nutshell, the Request Network is trying to compete with PayPal as the #1 global payment system. But it is much more than that, and that's very important to understand, as I kind of touched on a minute ago. So Request Network wants to be involved in all types of payments, invoices, IoT, business-to-business, government, etc. across the payment life cycle, everything from the initial request to accounting afterwards. So if you guys want to think about Request Network on a very basic level, think about it as PayPal. Though Request Network has a lot bigger ambitions, in my opinion, than PayPal has ever had, I will say that at its basic form, Request Network is basically a solution to a better version of PayPal on the blockchain. So if you guys want to think about it like that, that's great, but Request Network is removing the need for third parties to sit in between your payment to somebody else's payment to hold it. It's going to be all run within the Request Network protocol, and it's going to be much cheaper, much more efficient to use than trusting a third party with your money within the transaction between two people or business to business or whatever the transaction may be. So that is what Request Network is, and if I come down here, this is a great infographic is what I'm going to call it, that really outlines how Request Network is going to work. So we're going to start in the bottom right on your guys' screen that says Bob. So he's the payee. He's going to create a request, hence the name Request Network. And that request is going to go over to Alice. And Alice is going to detect the request from Bob, and she is going to pay the sum that Bob put out there for Alice to pay via the request. Once Alice pays that, it's going to go through the request network protocol, and it's going to go to step number 3 where it says get paid. So Bob puts out this request, Alice pays it, and Bob gets paid. Super easy to understand, and I think that is the best way that you can explain request network for people who aren't familiar with cryptocurrency and blockchain, or just at its most basic level understand how requests work. So request network does offer some significant advantages over other current systems. So because payments are push generated, i.e. Bob pushes the request out to Alice instead of pull, there's no need to share your bank account information. Also important, the use of blockchain technology means there's no need for third-party processors, which greatly reduce transaction fees. So a lot more efficient to use the request network in terms of cost efficiency. It's going to have very little transaction cost between them. So auditing and transparency, other than payments, they're also tackling auditing and budget transparency, two huge spaces that Request Network is going to be moving into in the future. So businesses have the ability to track invoices to audit payments as well as record transactions for accounting purposes. So additionally, the REQ token is an ERC20 token. I know I mentioned earlier Request is run on the Ethereum blockchain, that if you spend the Request Network token, you are going to be able to use it in a few ways. So the utility of the token lies in some additional Request Network fees when using the platform. So you may have to pay additional REQ fees when creating more advanced invoices, and the team states in the white paper that fees will stay between 0.05 and 0.5 and will decrease as the system grows in the future. So very low fees. Additionally, a portion of the REQ fees will be burned at a rate that's determined by the current supply and the exchange rate with other currencies on the platform. So there will be a coin burn in the future. And although it's not yet confirmed, the Request Network may use proof-of-stake consensus algorithm. This would mean that you as a REQ holder would receive dividends for holding the token. So that means the more REQ you hold, the more potential REQ that you can earn in the future just by holding a position within the REQ cryptocurrency and the REQ ecosystem. So if you hold 1,000 REQ, you are going to be able to earn a portion of REQ depending on how much the team allows per how much people actually hold in the future. So if they do go to proof of stake, it would make people who hold REQ have an advantage over earning more REQ in the future. So additionally, this is the Request Network ecosystem. It's built on top of the Ethereum network, as we said earlier. In order to accommodate the flexibility needed for different use cases, the team is using a 3-tiered architecture for the platform. Number 1, the core layer, number 2, the extensions layer, number 3, the applications layer. I'm not going to talk about this too much, but this article is going to be linked down in the description below because, well, this stuff is extremely important to understanding requests. In a nutshell, I don't think this is going to be useful for most people watching this video that want to get a concise understanding about what Request Network is and when Request Network, in my opinion, though it's not investment or financial advice, will go above that $1 mark. So the Request Network team and progress. So the majority of Request Network leadership was previously created by Monetis, I believe, a global money transfer platform. So although Monetis has a 20% monthly growth rate, the team chose to pivot and create the Request Network. So in their work, they found that the majority of money transfers were invoices that want to focus their business on the platforms that were involved by them. So that is where the Request leadership team is and what their previous ventures within the world and cryptocurrency space and their previous experience lies. So they talk about how the team recently released the product test Colossus, which is one part of their extensive roadmap, and they're planning on launching the first version of their live product this year, which we're going to get into in the later parts of this video. So we talk about the news regarding Request Network, and in my opinion, the most important part of this video, Request Network's partnership with the REQ Credit Union and that cryptocurrency token as well. So the partnerships, they go over here. They've also partnered with 0x and the Kyber Network to help cross-currency payments. Additionally, the platform will use Civic and Argon technology as well. So definitely good partnerships in the works and in partnerships that have already been solidified within the cryptocurrency space. So Request Network team is doing great in terms of partnership and really trying to go out there and get their product out and create mass adoption in the future. So who are the competitors to REQ? Well, the most similar blockchain competitor is Omise Go, and as you guys know, has a much bigger and much larger market cap than Request Network. So although the Request team has stated they believe the two products to be complementary rather than predatory, which is obviously assuring to you guys who have been invested into either of those projects, understand that they are very similar blockchain projects, and while the team thinks they're complementary rather than predatory, understand that in some instances, they may overlap in their overall goals. So although approaching invoices with a different strategy, Request may take clients from Populous and invoice financing solutions. So they may take some clients and people who are using the Populous cryptocurrency and blockchain platform over to Request, hence stealing some of their market share. Additionally, normal payments functionality may see competition from popular crypto cards like 10x. So again, they are kind of poaching and may poach in the future some of the market share away from these other established cryptocurrencies, 10x and Populous. So while that is completely hypothetical, you can see the similarities between those cryptocurrencies and how Request Network aims to take advantage of that. So Request Network will also face competition from behemoths in traditional finance like PayPal, which hopefully you guys have all heard of. Hence, one of the main reasons that Request Network has been getting a lot of news, because when people hear the buzzword, the PayPal of blockchain, they think, oh wow, Request Network is going to be absolutely huge. And while in my personal opinion, I think they're absolutely right, understand that that word is definitely helpful to understanding Request Network to people who really don't know cryptocurrency and blockchain, and that really gets people understanding and looking into more research regarding Request Network. So Request Network began trading in October 2017 at a price around 5 cents, and in December 2017 the price remained relatively flat and then rose to 30 cents, which we are actually below now as I'm making this video, before skyrocketing to that $1.15 mark on January 6th. So where do you buy REQ? You can buy it on Binance, but right now as I'm making this video, I believe Binance is down, so you might want to check into that. They're also available on EtherDelta. I would not recommend that to anybody who wants to trade REQ. And CoinMarketCap provides a complete list of exchanges that we saw at the beginning of the video. You can put REQ into My Ether wallet or Mu, as well as MetaMask. Ideally, they say you should use a hardware wallet like the Ledger Nano S to store the majority of your funds. The Ledger Nano S holds all ERC20 tokens, including REQ, so that is huge as well. To conclude the article, the author here does say that the Request Network is attempting to bring blockchain solutions to every aspect of payments. Absolutely huge, and the team has years of payment experience working together nonetheless, and has the support of arguably the best startup accelerator in the world. So very, very bullish on REQ in the future. That's pretty much all the stuff you guys need to know to get a general overview of Request Network. Hopefully you guys learned something. Hopefully you guys further your understanding. For those of you guys that do understand what Request Network is, this may have been very elementary to you guys and might not have provided too much value, but for those of you guys that are new to Request Network and maybe even cryptocurrency, hopefully I provided some value to you guys through this section of the video. Make sure to check out this article by Steven Buchko over on CoinCentral.com, as this is what I use, and there is some information I didn't cover in this video that will be of value to you guys if you guys are interested in checking that out. So again, great article, and now I'm going to talk about what in my opinion is the biggest partnership for Request Network so far, and that is Ripio Credit, and I'm going to talk about that as well as Request Network's social media. So let's jump into that. As I venture on over to some of Request Network's social media pages, the first I'm going to talk about is Twitter. If I look at the Twitter, they have over 34,000 followers and 191 tweets, so definitely a lower volume of tweets coming from the Request Network Twitter account. They do post, and when they do post on their Twitter, they get pretty good interaction. A lot of the community members reaching out to them and liking what they have to say. A lot of it is news updates and things they want the community to know. I will say that they don't post as much as a lot of other cryptocurrency accounts, which I wish Request Network would post more, even if it's just responding to the community or daily updates. As you know, I know in my Twitter feed, I like to stay updated with the cryptocurrencies I'm invested in and the cryptocurrencies that I'm bullish for in the future, as well as trying to get news for you guys to provide you guys and upload on this channel. But that's where Request Network's Twitter account is. Definitely give them a follow if you're interested in some of the updates and analysis and stuff that they come out with in the future. But you know, I will say I wish they did post more, but you know, with 34,000 followers, they have a strong base to start with and grow in the future. So next I'm going to head over to Request Network's subreddit with, again, 31,761 readers and subscribers, with just under 2,000 people currently online to the Request Network subreddit. You guys can see for a cryptocurrency that is ranked 94th overall in terms of overall market cap, Request Network has a very good following and a very good base to build off of in terms of community support. So again, that can be reassuring to some of you guys who are looking into buying Request Network. And although this is not investment or financial advice, it's just my personal opinion, I will say that I am very bullish on the fact that there are so many people in the community that are very optimistic about very and or as optimistic in Request Network as I am, and you guys can see that just by the amount of people following them on their social media platforms, despite the fact that they do have a lower market cap cryptocurrency, and shows that in 2018 Request Network has the ability to blast off past that $1 mark and into areas beyond. So that's what their social media accounts are looking like. And next, I want to go over to an article posted over on Request Network's Medium account about the project update, tech development, and the RCN partnership. So let's go over there. Now we are going to cover what is, in my opinion, some of the most exciting news that's come out of the Request Network team and the Request Network project, in addition to some of the updates, and that partnership is the REQ Credit Union partnership. So if I scroll down here, this is an article written over by Laura on blog.Request Network, and it's on Request Network's Medium account. So they go over some of the things that Request Network is looking to improve and where they are in terms of technical development. So they start with the request protocol, and this is the things that they've been adding to their library and the currency contract. So this is what they've been working on. They say after the release of Request Colossus in December, part of their roadmap, we kept on improving the testnet version in light of the mainnet launch prepared for Q1 of 2018. So the mainnet is coming sometime this quarter. Here are the improvements they've made in the last 2 weeks after the release of Request Colossus. So the first two things that they did focus on is the request protocol, which included payment verification before appearance on the blockchain. So they say at the bottom, to put it simply, it now takes only a few seconds to detect a payment that has been made. So when you put payments on the blockchain, it may take a second to show up, and Request Network has made it so it only takes a few seconds to detect that a payment has been made. And the example that they do use, is that if they are in a restaurant, you won't have to wait for that payment to go through. So one of the most important benefits of this is that you won't have to wait for your transaction to be mined while paying online or at a restaurant. It only takes a few seconds to detect that. The second thing that they announced that they've been working on is that the payee can invoice without paying any fee. It thus is faster for the payee to send the invoice. Additionally, the user experience has been improved. So this is in part to the signed requests that they have been working on within the Colossus update that launched in December. So basically, the payee can invoice without paying any fees out, and this makes it faster for the payee to send the invoice, period. So additionally, they also worked on improving the user experience for Request Network. So here are other things that they worked on. They worked on smart contracts, the JS library, and you guys can check this out again. This is going to be linked in the description. This addresses some more technical aspects of the Request Network project, which I'm not going to go into in this video, just because I don't think that a lot of you guys find value in that. Not that it's not important, it's extremely important, but in terms of explaining it to you guys, I think that it wouldn't make for as great a video that you guys are looking for right now. But definitely check this out, because the smart contracts and the changes that they made, additionally the new functionalities that they put out, in addition to the JS library, are absolutely huge for the Request Network platform. So if you guys are interested in that, comment down below. I can make a video on that if you guys are interested, but I just don't think that that's providing the value that you guys want from this video. So what is next? Here are the things that they are looking for in their roadmap for Q1 of 2018. They're looking at audits, hardware ledger support, the Kyberdex currency conversion for fees, online payment flows, multi-recipients, hash requests, and on the app, they're also adding an onboarding flow, improving the refund process. So some absolutely huge things that they're looking for in Q1, additional to the mainnet that they plan to launch. So this is the biggest news that I have seen with Request Network, and it's a partnership with REQ Credit Network. So this, they say they're pleased to announce collaboration with RCN, a peer-to-peer global credit network based on co-signed smart contracts. The aim of RCN is to bring transparency and reliability in credit and lending, enabling connections between lenders and borrowers anytime in the world, and neutralize the lender's credit risk. So they say, as Request Network is a protocol acting as a decentralized ledger for invoices, which we've seen and outlined throughout the video so far, it provides the source of invoice financing, while RCN matches the lender and borrower's needs by the intermediary of a co-signer. So how will this work? Again, this is a super simple way to understand it. So let's start over here with Bob. Bob is going to create a request in Request Network, just like we saw earlier in the video. This is going to go all the way over to Alice. Alice may not have the funds for whatever reason, or maybe she wants to just take money out from a lender to pay it off. So she's going to generate a credit request in RCN to pay this. This request is going to go all the way over to Charlie, and Charlie is going to lend money to Alice, knowing she will be paying Bob. So Alice doesn't have the money, she gets a loan or gets lended money from Charlie. Then Alice gets this money, and then Alice pays off Bob with Charlie's borrowed money. So Bob receives the money as if nothing happened. Bob goes happily on his way, and now Alice owes Charlie the money that Charlie lended over to Alice. So this is how RCN is going to be integrating with Request Network, and this was a very, very, very obvious use case for me. I mean, you guys can just see how useful this can be outlined here. They want to integrate the whole lending platform idea, so they say a collaboration with RCN covers one of their use cases, the financing of invoices through factoring, and is a good way to accelerate growth for both RCN and Request. Partnerships like these are what I believe makes cryptocurrency so great, and you guys can see just how well this works within this infographic here, this chart that they put together. So this outlines exactly how it worked. I think I did a pretty good job in this video. Here are some extra things that are happening with Request Network, the Request Fund, what's new to Request, and they say they end the article saying with greetings from our team. So if you have any question, come chat with them or ask the Reddit community, which I covered in the last segment of the video. They will be happy to answer your questions. Very active over there, and we officially communicate every 2 weeks via project updates, which again I showcased over on their Twitter. So while they're not extremely active over there in terms of posting every day, every 2 weeks you're going to get a project update, which is going to be available over there. So the next one will be published February 16th, exactly 8 days from making this video, and be sure not to miss it by subscribing to their blog. So this will be linked down in the description of this video, but that is an absolutely huge partnership for Request Network with RCN. So now I'm going to go into the final segment of my video. Before I end the video, the last section of this video is going to be devoted to me giving you guys my opinions on what Request Network could reach in terms of price action in 2018. Please, please, please do your own research for investing. Take my opinion with a grain of salt. This is not investment or financial advice in any way. This is just me sharing my personal opinion based upon the research I've done in this video, the news and updates that have come out from Request Network, and the research I've done outside of this video. Again, I am invested in Request Network. I hold Request Network. I want Request Network to be successful, and hopefully you guys learned something from the video, but understand that, take my opinion with a grain of salt and do your own research outside of this video and get your own and do your own due diligence regarding this. But with all of that said and out of the way, Request Network I think is very, very possible to reach $1 in 2018. Again, obviously its market cap is very low, ranked 94th overall. It's almost in danger of falling out of the top 100 given one bad day for Request Network. And at this point, I think Request Network, in my personal opinion, again, factoring in all the things I mentioned at the beginning of this segment of the video, I think that it will be very, very successful in 2018 and one of the biggest gainers in 2018. This is obviously outlined by the real world use and functionality of Request Network. I say that because in terms of cryptocurrency and blockchain application of the real world, I think Request Network has one of the best projects out there. They're delivering on their roadmap. They have intriguing things coming up. They have partnerships that actually make sense for the cryptocurrency. REQ Credit Network makes so much sense to me and how it's going to be used. They're delivering on the things that they have to say. The team behind it is great. I just love everything about this cryptocurrency. But again, I am invested in it and I want it to be successful, so I am very biased in my opinion of it. I think that $1 is very, very achievable in my opinion in 2018 and should almost be expected in my personal opinion. So while this isn't investment or financial advice, and I'm getting tired of saying that, but I do have to let you guys know that this is only my personal opinion. I think $1 billion market cap is very, very reachable for Request Network, especially being ranked so low in terms of overall market cap now. So that's kind of my opinions on Request Network for 2018. I think that $1 is definitely something that's very reachable, and anything above that would just be icing on the cake and would just really attest to the fact that Request Network has a working product that's going to be successful, in my personal opinion, in the real world. And it's going to have some real application for not only people in cryptocurrency and blockchain, but outside of that as well. So very bullish on Request Network for 2018. Obviously, I am a little bit biased on it, but I do think that this will be one of the biggest gainers going in to the rest of this year, and think that it has some real world use and application that's going to help it be successful. So hopefully that gave you guys some value in my overall opinions of Request Network. definitely do your own research before doing anything regarding investing in cryptocurrency, because this is not investment or financial advice. So thank you guys, and hopefully you guys enjoyed my personal opinion on what Request Network could reach in 2018. That's going to do it for the video today, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Comment down below if there's any other videos you guys want to see me make, anything that you guys want to talk about in the video, or if you guys just want to talk cryptocurrency in general. I'd love to comment and interact with you guys, because the community support has been amazing. With that said, I will say that in this video, I did say a lot of times, at the end especially, that this is just my personal opinion. It's not investment or financial advice. And I said that a lot, and I think that some of you guys might get annoyed with the fact I said that so many times, but especially in cryptocurrency, with all the negative news regarding some of the YouTube creators in a certain cryptocurrency, which I'm not going to name in this video, I think it's very, very important to outline my intentions, where my money is currently at in regards to my personal opinion. So while I'm trying to create educational content for you guys that just unbiasedly informs you guys about a cryptocurrency, I really do want you guys to understand where my opinion is coming from and what any biases that I may have when making the video. So again, very sorry for you guys if my point kind of got diluted and my opinion got diluted in the last section of the video, but please understand where I'm coming from, that I need to be fully transparent with you guys, and for investors and people that are watching this video about Request Network, I have to fully inform you guys about where I'm coming from in terms of these cryptocurrencies I'm making my videos on. So again, hopefully you guys can understand this, and I am going to then go into my disclaimer, which says none of the information in this video is investment or financial advice. It's just my personal opinion. Please do your own research before investing. Invest at your own risk. Don't invest more than you can afford to lose. Consult a financial advisor if necessary. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. Thank you guys so much for the support. Make sure to like and subscribe, and have a great day.